still don't know how to start these videos. Anyways, let's talk about Doctor Sleep and how it's probably my favorite film of the year. So, let's just get right into it. I don't want it to be too long of a video, just something kind of talk about. So, I guess here we are. Also, this is just a different room in my house, like, that I'm using. I might use this to record more stuff. I don't know how I feel about it yet. But, anyways, Doctor Sleep is about the only... How do I say this? I'd say it's the only movie that even would be remotely close to being worthy of being a sequel to Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. It's such a... I'll talk about it in two ways. The fact that it's a very good film on its own, and that it's such an interesting and just good film. And the fact that it is a good sequel. A horror movie sequel with that. And I'm not saying every horror movie sequel is bad, but there's a decent portion of them that are bad. I might talk about that one day. And I like a lot of horror movie sequels. I like Halloween 4 and H2O to a degree. Things like that, and I like... We're going to talk about Doctor Sleep. Doctor Sleep has amazing acting and one of my favorite stories just in a film. Like, it's so interesting. Like, there's so many things that are good about it. Like, Ewan McGregor, his acting in it is phenomenal. The little girl, Abra, yeah, Abra. She acted pretty good too. And then there's like the traveling freak show circus. That was all pretty interesting as well. Now, I haven't read the book. I haven't read The Shining or Doctor Sleep, the book. I got a brief description of it from my mother, who has read it, and it was like, okay, that's basically what I gathered from the trailer. So I'm not going to speak on how faithful it is to the book. So, I'm just going to speak about it on how I feel about it. And how I feel it's the only thing that is, like I was saying, it's the only thing that's actually worthy of being a sequel to Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, which is one of the greatest films of all time, in my opinion. And could technically be counted as one of the greatest horror movies of all time, if not the greatest. And it basically helped define a genre. And there's so much about this movie that's great. Like, the callbacks to The Shining are all amazing. Everything that's new is amazing. I figured it'd be like, alright, I was like, okay, it might be sort of interesting, but probably the best parts are going to be whenever they go back to the hotel, as seen in the trailer. I loved every second of it. It was so phenomenal. Just everything new. To where it was able to compete with all the stuff that was from the first film. And I would watch this film again. I don't usually do like the weird like 10 out of 10 or like something out of 10. If I had to, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. And I just love this film to death. I can't wait to pick it up on Blu-ray and just have it here, like, to watch again. I might actually go and watch it again in theaters. Also, it's not, I've heard it's not doing too great in the box office, which I'm like, okay, I mean, yeah, alright, but box office to me doesn't matter. And I hate this, and I see a lot of this, like, on Twitter, because, well, Twitter's a hellhole, so, but Twitter, people are like, oh yeah, the movie made a lot of money, so it must be good. And it's like, the amount of money a movie makes does not equate to quality. if I go and watch, or no, say an Emoji Movie sequel comes out, makes a ton of money, does that make it good? No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. What makes a good movie is if the movie is good. And this movie is good. It is great. It is phenomenal. It is my favorite film of the year. And this is the same year where Joker came out. And to a degree, and I loved Endgame, and I loved both Joker. Endgame is, yeah, I liked it. I mean, Infinity War is, when you think about it, Infinity War is better. And I love Joker to death, because that was such a breath of fresh air from all the other Marvel movies and stuff like that. But this was unlike anything I've seen. And I loved it. I loved every second of it. So please, go watch it. Go give it a good review. Do something. Please. This was such a good film. Also, another thing, can we just leave it at these two films? Because I keep on seeing taglines like, oh, the next chapter in the Shining saga, or something like that. I'm like, okay, cool, we leave it, we have The Shining and Doctor Sleep. Leave it at that. I don't need the TSCU, the Shining Cinematic Universe. I don't, no, but trust me, nobody's wanting that. Just leave it at these two phenomenal films. But, anyways, thanks for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe. Please share the video. Please subscribe if you want to see more. I've got, like, there's so much. Not all of my stuff is focused on movies, but if you just go and look, you can see some of the other stuff that I do. Anyways, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. See ya.